Good afternoon. Round two. Merry Christmas. I saw this in my subscriptions feed. The delete laws video, not the bourbon. And having drunk as much bourbon as I've drunk, I thought, you know what? You know what'd be a good time? Be a good time to risk another copyright strike and do a delete laws video. Now, I already have questions. Questions like, why is he wearing those goddamn stupid ass headphones on his head and not over his ears? The cops pulled me over. Pulled you over for what? You know your rights. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Like, detained and arrested. So detained, it should be or. Like, I guess unless it happens sequentially, like first they detained you, and then they conducted their search, and then they decided that they should arrest you. Use the trifold, Luke. I think he's thinking the trifold is like the Force. Anyway, I'm just a first-year family law attorney out of California, so please take this advice with a grain of salt. My advice to you, if you get pulled over by the police, if it's at night, turn on your overhead light and then put your hands on the steering wheel. I would suggest on top of the steering wheel where the cops can see them. And then wait for further instructions from the police. If it's during the day, don't turn on the lights, the overhead light, just put your hands on the steering wheel and wait for further instruction from the police. Don't answer questions. If they ask you for your driver's license, proof of insurance, registration, if they're not, like if you, like, okay, officer, my driver's license is in my right hip pocket in my wallet, I'm going to reach for it. Give him notice. Let him know what you're going to do. And then, you know, he'll probably say like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. Because obviously if you're doing these things, if you're taking the time to hold on to the steering wheel and to advise him of what you're going to do, it's going to put him, it's letting him know not only that what you're going to do, but that you're not a threat to him, that you're going out of your way to make sure that you're not a threat to him. Because one of the biggest things out there is officer safety, and I don't agree with it. I think our officers are a little too concerned with their safety and a little too unconcerned with the safety of citizens. But that's just me. So that's what I would do. We'll see what a 20-year law scholar who is homeless, lives out of his car, and yeah, we'll see what he has to say.
What's up, TikTok Rick Rock? What's up, Playboy? This video is for you.
What's up, TikTok Rick Rock? What's up, Playboy? This video is for you. I know kindergartners who can come up with better rhyme schemes than TikTok Rick Rock. I'm already annoyed, and we're 5 seconds in, and I'm drunk, so it's not going to get better from here, boys. Why am I doing this?
You just got pulled over. What's the first thing you do when you...
I just got pulled over. That is the sum total of the information that I've been given. Did I just rob a bank? Do I have drugs in the car? Have I been speeding? Am I being pulled over by a sheriff, by a police officer, by highway patrol? Is it day? Is it night? No, just pulled over. Like one size fits all, just pulled over. Okay. What's the first thing you do? Well, first thing you do, like I said, is if it's at night, turn on the overhead light so the officer can see what you're doing. And then hang on to the steering wheel. Day or night, hang on to the steering wheel. Await further instructions.
You get pulled over. I pull my phone out, put my phone right here in my hand, and I prop my elbow up.
What if you're going to need to reach into your right hip pocket to get your wallet out? What if you're going to need to get into the glove box? What if you're going to need to undo your seatbelt? I mean, what if you actually need your right hand to do something? Cop presents to you the ticket on the little clipboard thing and says, go ahead and sign it. And you take the clipboard and then what, you put the phone down? Like, is that really the best thing that you can come up with, Chillie, is to hang on to it? "13 seconds in. We're doing good, kids. We're doing good."
Now I'm just showing you on this seat because typically what I do is I put it on this seat over here.
You're going to give us detailed instructions on how to prop our elbow up on car seats. Is your audience really that stupid that they need detailed instruction? I make fun of my audience all the time. You know, and if you haven't figured out that I'm just making fun, if I'm taking the piss, if you haven't figured that out, great. But you actually think that your audience is so stupid, Chillie, that they can't figure out how to put their elbow on the seat next to them without you detailing it for them?
See that? And now my phone is propped up in the air. There it is. My other arm goes right in my windowsill. You see that? Now both of my hands are visible. There's a phone in this hand. Little copper comes to...
He also demonstrated how he puts his elbow on the windowsill. Which is, I mean, it's great, but I mean, it kind of insinuates that everybody has the ability to do that. I've seen very small people in cars with high windowsills or small windows. I mean, they'd end up kind of like this. I mean, it. But you know what? They could always just grab onto the steering wheel and both their hands would be visible. Just saying. I'm just saying.
The window, driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. My hands are already up here. You see that? My hands are already up here. So now I'm going to...
You see that? You see that? Let me demonstrate for you. You see that? Jesus fucking Christ.
Reach up here, grab my printed out driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration that I put on a laminated card. That's a photocopy. It's...
The licensee shall have the valid driver's license issued to him, the one that's issued to him, not a photocopy of it, but the one that's issued to him in his or her immediate possession at all times when driving a motor vehicle upon a highway. The driver of a motor vehicle shall present his or her license for examination upon demand of a peace officer enforcing the provisions of this code. Not, you okay, buddy? Not a photocopy of it, but the actual valid driver's license issued to him or her. That's what you have to present, Chillie. Not a photocopy, buddy. Not a photocopy, especially not a redacted photocopy. He blurted out and he put tape over it. But you know what? This is the same bitch who got a ticket for, what was it? Stopping. Well, the ticket he got in Arizona, right? That he lost. That one he showed his driver's license, his actual driver's license. The ticket he got for stopping on a highway in California that he lost, he showed his driver's license. It's like he's just taking the piss here. He's telling you to do shit he doesn't do.
Such a laser copy, you can even scan the code right there. And then there's my proof of insurance and my registration.
but it's not the actual driver's license that has the holographic seal on it, that has the magnetic barcode on the back, the one that was actually physically issued by the California Department of Motor Vehicles.
Registration on the back, and that's what I do is I take this and I put it right out the window for the copper.
Wow, you are such a stud, dude. And you also get and eat tickets. And you don't win on them. Isn't that weird? Like, you need the trifold, right? You need the trifold to beat all these tickets. And Chillie, the guy who wrote the trifold, gets tickets and can't beat them. Really weird. Really freaking weird. We're 55 seconds into a 3.5-minute video. Isn't that right, buddy? 55 seconds.
And then he may say something like, this isn't your real driver's license. Where are you going? Do you know you're in a high crime area? It doesn't matter what he says. I don't care. I've given him everything required by law that I have to give him.
No. And so I believe this is the case. People versus Lopez, California Supreme Court, 2019, relatively recent decision. But they can actually custodially arrest you. So they're talking about the justification for, it's a different case, Arturo D's identification search exception. So if you don't present your driver's license, they can arrest you and search your vehicle. So you turned a situation where all you had to do is present your driver's license into a situation where they can arrest you and search your vehicle because you want to do what? Just present them with, why don't you just give them the actual valid driver's license? Like, why do you want to expose yourself to that level of increased potential criminal liability? They could arrest you and then search your vehicle, you dumb shit. And you're telling people to do this? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, you know, a little bit of knowledge is scary, but a complete lack of knowledge, Jesus Christ. And he's teaching people this. Like, you could get fucking arrested for not presenting your goddamn valid driver's license.
I didn't ask for my day to be interrupted by this pig.
Yeah, throw a pitch a bitch about it, dude. Like, have a conniption fit. Like, there's a fucking statute that says you have to present him with a valid driver's license, not a photocopy. He could ruin your day. He could really ruin your day beyond just you got pulled over, you dumb shit.
So I've given him everything I have to, no matter what he said.
Check your state laws. Don't get arrested by a pig with an attitude over your plastic ID card. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck me. Fuck me. Why are you telling people this, bro? Holy Jesus Christ. Why did you even, why did you lead with this? Why did, I know, there was some video out of Florida where they were doing like a driver's license checkpoints or something like that. And somebody was like, all you had to do was hold up the driver's license to the window. You had to display it. They didn't necessarily, you didn't have to give it to them. You just had to display it, right? And so there was like litigation over that. So maybe potentially in that particular instance, the photocopy might work, but in the actual state that Chillie's driver's license is issued out of, it won't work. I'm not going to check the other 50 states. I don't really care that much. But Jesus effing Christ, way to bury the lead, Chillie. Criminy crackers. And why don't you tell people to check your state laws? Why don't you tell people to consult with the local attorney? Why don't you do that? Before you tell people to do something that can potentially get them arrested. Dumbass.
Is next. Now, I'm putting this in his little hand right there. Now he's going to come back and say, you know how fast.
You know what? he's gonna come back and he's gonna say, Chillie, your hair looks amazing. And I'm gonna say like, oh yeah, are you hitting on me? And he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I totally love you, Chillie, because you were the Black Power Ranger for like almost an episode. And I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, but you see how spiky my hair is? And he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I mean, we could both make up shit about what's gonna go on in your hypothetical dumbass made up pretend traffic stop. But real traffic stops are real. And giving people good advice is giving people good advice. And I made it in a minute and 18 seconds into a 3 minute and 29 seconds. I made it almost a little more than halfway. I mean, I should get. Anyway, I'm done. My blood sugar is up to here. My knee's starting to hurt. And I need to go smoke weed and eat mushrooms or something like that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.